So few things. I was getting the error for navigation because I kind of the syntax was not proper here. So now it is. As you can see, like in navigation, I'm passing a function getting ID, and then this is what it is. Like when I'm passing, this is how I'm supposed to pass arguments, and this is how I'm supposed to receive them, and this is how I'm going to define them. Nav arguments. So cool. That is sorted. Now one more thing I did was like the API is not that reliable, so a lot of the times a lot of the data would be empty. So where is that response? Okay, so I've added a lot of dummy data all over, just so that either I have to handle each and every one of those, or I have to give dummy data. And this is a hobby project, so I'm not doing like I'm not handling each and every element and figuring out a business logic for it. So that I've done, and I've added pretty much. I think I'll show it to you. Will go through the Git once and do the functionality bits. So here is app. Now if I click on this, it will load the item. That's how it is. I can search for now. Sometimes the response is not good, and I was getting this error, but I fixed it now. So if it's not there, if I do it again, it'll search again, and I'll get all of this. And if I click on this again, I'm getting all of the items. Now the images for these, I'm not getting any of those, so that's why this default is there, and which is I think all right now. And yeah, this all functionality is okay. When this is empty string, it is searching. This is a bug. I have to fix this. You're not supposed to make a call when this is empty. And all that items I'm going to add here in features recipes. I'm going to search empty, and whatever comes up, I'll put it here. That's the plan. And popular recipe, I'll make it favorites, and I'll add a star in room when I set that up. So far this is what it is. There's the text and all, I don't know when this I have to hide. So there are a lot of these small bugs which I'll take up next time. Changes I've done would be I've removed the what I've added, sorry, the network and the retrofit modules to data layer. Now I've added data in features. I want to remove this. I'll remove this before I push. This is the features Gradle file. Now for navigation, I've added this, and your home screen. In home screen, I've passed the function to navigate back. Okay, so I've removed the like what for a preview and all. In the main one only, I put dummy data. I had put, but I'm not doing that. In this also, I put dummy data dashboard. Even when I'm defining the object, that also has to be changed. That will do later. Now yeah, I was kind of passing the state instead of the object here that I've changed. And yeah, I've added the preview function, and recipe card and all I've passed the same navigation function in order to open the details page whenever I click on the item, and this is all preview functions. Yeah, so here, I mean, I was not doing, this is not the way to do it, like I've told earlier. On-screen model, yeah. Key I've moved to util. The reference to key I've moved to util, and I've created repo. So now this API interface has gone into the repository, and I've changed the code accordingly to accommodate failures and loading. This is the network result that I've written, a generic from class. Now this would be the loading screen. I'm not really happy with the image I've put out. I will generate one from AI and I'll put it here. Now this is the view model for the detail screen, and it's pretty much straightforward. Our API call in states. Now in network module, I've removed this from here and I've put it in from network module, and I put it in the data module because it's here I'm keeping this clean, the response and all. I've added one more for details, as you can see, and you're supposed to put path at the top and not at the center. I was getting an exception, and the API call wasn't going through. So I put path on the top, and that solved it. And this network result is a wrapper for responses. Then there's the main detail screen. Here I was passing a dummy data object for the preview when I was making the UI. Now that is not necessary, so I'm only passing the ID. Now I'm using launch effects here to make the API call, because whenever, like, this would be recomposed. If I just keep it like this, it will keep making API calls. We don't want that. So as the launch effect, make sure that this thing will run only when this thing, only the, like, whatever you specified changes. So now if the ID changes, then it will make the API call, otherwise it won't, through the recompositions. So that's why it's like that. Now this also is pretty simple. In the view model, I've created states, and I'm, according to them, I'm showing the UI here. Now, yeah, this, because I think I told to avoid null pointers. And this is the repo I've created new, and the with dependency injection, I'm injecting the API interface. This is for the get recipes, and this is for the detailed recipes. And as you can see, one thing I forgot to do I should put, if there's something specific, I'll find out. Otherwise, this would do. Now, utils, that has function, and this has the key reference. I don't want to just put this everywhere, that's why I've done this. So I think this is good enough for this, and then the next one I'll sort out the bugs. But I think this is after I've sorted out the bugs, I think this will be I'll get into room and I'll work on offline caching. So it works without the internet. So yeah, cool. Great. Started. So actually, I was not happy with what the app looks like, and I went on and I created another theme. Then I realized that I have not the typography and everything is kind of messed up a little bit. So I generated another theme, put a different image. Basically, this is what it should look like. Don't focus on the font. So yeah, this is how now the app should look. So I'm going to make the changes and yeah, keep jumping back and forth from this. This is white background, surface bright. So I'll just copy and kind of try to make the app look like this video. I'm going to do that. So let's just start with the home screen. If it decides to load, that would be nice. Okay, home screen. Am I setting a background somewhere? No. This is text. Now so basically there is these are all the options. Display large is for I think tablets and things like that, big displays. So there is headings, there is titles, then there is body, and there are labels. So these labels will be buttons, body will be body text, description, etc. The title will be body title, and the headline will be like the text on, say, heading 1, heading 2 things. I'm thinking I'll just use medium everywhere. So medium headline, medium title, medium body, and medium label. Great. Now that this is sort of like, this will probably, I'll make this. What was it again? Headings, titles, body, labels. So this is title, medium. This is body, medium. Okay, and this will be body, medium. Okay. So these are all lunch. This is label, medium. Can this be title, medium? Considering this is also, no, this will be heading. Title, body. See, that's why I've kept it up. Headline. alignment. Why is it smaller? See, that's why I was doing it manually. Ah, it's not. Categories. Didn't I say displays? Oh, it's the problem. Oh, sorry. If I just focus on like typography first, colors later, I'll mostly end up doing this faster. Okay, so home is done, this is done, lunch is also done. Which were the other UIs? There was home screen, there is failed screen. Text style, color, font weight. Like, what's the problem? Text align is a thing, no? Font align or something with. Is it text? I read from here only, no idiot. Cool. Failed. Yeah. What was the landing screen? Do I have any other? I'll write it down. I have to generate images for what was this landing screen? Okay. Landing screen. No, because if they look, it looks good. No, it also feels nice to make. Also loading screen. Not display headlines. And this is 180 days. Onboarding. Let me also finish onboarding then. think this can be large and good enough to note. Medium, this will be just fine here. Loading. I'll have to come back for color. So good that. Anyway, the main search screen. This was mm, this. Yeah, is small. But they will be big, no? I think. What about title? About title large. So I'm making these conscious choices right now. Mm, this is 2 and why I wanted to be in the center. Well, here it would look nice. This actually looks alright. So circle process, progress indicator, and whatever. Cool. Main search screen is done. Onboarding is done with this. Now details screen is pending. No preview here. I had dummy text here, man. What? I should get. See. So the headline medium correct. Again, be label medium or small. Medium's good. This was headline medium. This will be title medium. This again will be label. It. Yeah. Medium, summary, body medium. Okay. And bring title medium, body medium. All right. Recommended advance, title, body, good, title, medium, body medium, and then there is yeah, in the hierarchy. This is okay. But this can also be same, why is this? I can live with this. Okay, so I've changed typography everywhere. Now, for this image, no, I wanted it to, this has more radius. There's much more than. So if it is 16 now, I want it to 32, make it 42. Around 40 is good. I guess colors will be a big problem because yeah, uh, background I'll change. Yeah, I'll do that. But why am I? It's green here. It's purple here. I've changed the colors. I don't get it. I've changed, like I pasted every. I think rendering it is not doing properly. Maybe invalidate cache and then yeah. Don't you think the distance can be more? It's a column. Okay, I thought I was doing a lazy column. Uh, why am I not doing lazy column? I didn't think of it that time. Never mind. More work. Nice. So yeah, now we're going for colors. So let's start again with the colors. Now detail screen. Let me take a break. I'll commit this and then I'll come back. I will also commit all the. Yeah, let's just see. This is all the files. Also, I've put in the resource folder. Uh, this I have upgraded because next time doing room, and I was getting some Android key text library warning, so I wasn't any specific reason why 34 I wanted. Uh, now, like the only thing I've done is I've changed these items and added this. So let me commit this and then I'll start with the colors. Started recording. Great. So now let us start with the colors. I think It landing screen I've changed. Loading screen also I'll do the same color as okay. So this is secondary. Let's see. The background everybody has the same. Title was primary, and this just see the screen is primary. This is mid primary. This was tertiary container. This was secondary container, I think. Okay. Okay, this have not put a color in the background here, luckily. But it was showing in the app for some reason. Showing a green color. But container color, okay, that's why. But this is for top bar, no. Should be primary. Let me just not define this. Because toolbar will have the brand color. So I just skip this and Really? No. Where in the app? So I put image. Then I put a column here. I think that thing is a little too intense. I have try with 4 and then I'll increase or decrease. You here. Because there's no error, I wait, I'll put error. Then I can see image. Good. Generate a placeholder image. Also. Now this can be wait. Can I make this see on secondary container is the container. What was that? Array. Yeah. So this will be on secondary container. So if I have then this black will be on secondary container. One more bracket, I did not close. And the text can be secondary container only. or we'll just make it white. I think not necessary to follow it that much. This now this label tertiary container or tertiary container, yeah. Hmm. No, this was there's some difference. The text, let's just avoid putting anything Nestle. Home screen's done. Onboarding, let's do, and then we'll do I will remove this is where is the this is view model. Where is the screen? Okay, now this is the last thing. Let me focus. Background would be background. This can align in center. Now these components, I think they'll be tertiary. So tend is this will not have any color. Mm, titles inside the card will have, they put color. Title outside they have not put color. So I'll remove color from here. Actually make this a button, and disable it. Yes. I think this is okay as it is. I think more is less, they say, no? Less is more, sorry. Less is more, they say so. And you can always add later. Mm, only for elements that are weird. I've not put any color there, even though this is a card. Hmm. Let's put it. On surface, I can put. Hmm. Okay, then let's run this. After this, I'll start with the room DB, and then we'll just put it all together fast. I'm taking this at a very, very leisurely pace. Hmm. Spacing I'll work on. But this is the background. How come? And I think I made the center, no? Anyways. What goes well with wine? Cheese. I'll put an ingredients image also. Dude, I'm still not happy. But the thing is, what I can do is I can always generate again. And oh, okay. Wow, you see that? It just like presses when I'm okay. Anyway, why is the background like this? Oh, the colors. And what am I setting? Wait, have I set something like high contrast or this is light? Okay, now light. It is green. Maybe I should add a border to this. And no, let me solve this also first. Like when I've added absolutely no colors. Now this should be darker. Maybe that's why it's falling apart. No, 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 no. Dude, not this, man. Come on. This is supposed to be primary. Have I put container by come on. It is workable. I think these also look. And I'll do something about this. I can hide this if there is nothing there, but yep, that's it. I think I'm not doing much in this, ending it here. The next one I'll focus on what? Okay. The label is only not visible. Container color only. If I miss this, can I miss this? Label's gone. Container color, scroll container color, icon color. I'll put everything then. Okay. Does it? Container color is the container color. Actually, scroll content. The container color when content is scrolled behind. This will be the same. Navigation icon, content color, title, content color, action icons. Okay. This. Everything else is on primary. We're not allowed to define. Container color is sorted. Navigation icon. How about now? Two, three. I think we will only left the scroll one, right? Two, three, four. Dude. Figure it out. We'll figure it out later. Abhi, this is the video. Now, next we'll see.